Moving along to blog posts. One way to keep people on your website longer is by using a tool called Disqus. You can go to disqus.com and you can become a member. I believe it's free to get this tool. And what's really cool about this tool is basically at the bottom of your blog post, it will capture some of your other relevant blog posts and try and entice people to stay on your website longer. And so as you can see, if you go to our blog, at the bottom of it, there is an opportunity for Disqus to share these links, which basically are just hyperlinks back to your site. It also is a way for people to comment on it as well. Once you produce a blog post, you want to email your list. Why? Because you didn't do all that work to not share it with someone. Here's a great example of some of the emails that we share with our groups. We are currently testing out a strategy and have been for a few months now where we email 3 times a week at the same time every week. Why? Because we have a lot of content. We look at ourselves as a content company and we want to provide value to people. So here are some of the emails that we sent. And the idea is that they read the article, click it, and then goes their link, and then they learn more about us that way. So maybe you're trying to do a guest blog post, which is a way for you to gain more exposure for your brand through someone else's already established brand. My good friend Danny Rubin of News to Live By wrote this blog post on how to get a guest blog post on a different site. He says, hey, to the person he's talking to, my name is Zach, and I write the blog at 1004.com, which is business content for business people. So it says that. I hope you're doing well. I'm a big fan of your site and read your content all the time. I especially like reference to blog posts that you find worthwhile and link to them. For instance, your post on email templates for building relationships and how to tell stories during an interview. Now, before I keep reading all this, I've used this exact strategy to get a guest blog post on Danny's site. So it works. Then, one more compliment that leads into your pitch. For instance, I like News to Live By because the advice is practical and I have similar content that I think your audience would appreciate. I wrote a blog post recently called, What's the Headline? And in a nutshell, it's a quick line on what the post is about. For instance, smart tips for dealing with rude coworkers. I would be happy to send it over as a guest post if you like. Here are a couple other recent posts I've done. Link those. And if you have other questions, I'm open to writing something else for your site. Thanks, and I hope to hear from you. Your name and signature. And there's a picture of Danny. Love that guy. Check him out. newstoliveby.net. So that's a way to get on guest blog posts so that you can get your information out to other places. But as you write your blog post, make sure to share that on social as well. And you can see a couple examples of how we do this here. The first 3 steps for creating a new e-commerce site for your startup, and then link it, or how to create a podcast. And it says, podcasts are insanely popular. They provide a great way for you to get your message out, and they're pretty simple to start. So it's a how-to